The much-awaited display update for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is finally arriving, and it promises to be one of the most groundbreaking features for 2025. This is the only flagship phone expected to feature such a significant display upgrade. Earlier this year, rumors suggested the S25 Ultra would have incredibly slim bezels, even thinner than those on the Xiaomi 15 and iPhone 16 Pro Max. Initially, these claims were disputed, but now a trusted source has confirmed them. According to Ice Universe, the bezel on the S25 Ultra will exceed anything we've seen in the smartphone market so far, including all major competitors. This is big news for fans of premium design and performance, as thinner bezels mean more screen space and even sleeker look. In addition to the sleek design, the S25 Ultra will come in various color combinations, adding a fresh touch to the smartphone market. Ice Universe also shared details about these options. For example, the blue model will feature a lighter blue back cover with a silver middle frame, while the black version will have a black back cover paired with a silver frame. The white model will come with a white back and a very light silver middle frame, and the gray version will have a gray back with a hint of gold, along with a silver frame. The back camera setup looks similar to the Ultra version, but there's a catch. The camera lenses have been covered up with tape for now. Additionally, the front of the phone has a small detail that people may find interesting. The selfie camera is covered with tape, so it's not a notch as some might have expected. Another thing to note is the phone's sides, which are flat, unlike the more rounded edges of the Ultra version. You might be wondering about a button on the side, but it's not actually a camera shutter button. Instead, it's the mmWave radio for the US version of the phone, a feature that's specific to 5G connectivity. Now let's talk about the S25 Ultra battery and charging details. There's been a lot of speculation surrounding the battery capacity, but we now have confirmation that the S25 Ultra will stick with the same 5,000 mAh battery size as its predecessor. In terms of charging speed, we're looking at 45 W fast charging for the Ultra and Plus models, while the base S25 will get 25 W charging. This may come as a disappointment to some, especially with other companies like OnePlus pushing for larger batteries, with models like the OnePlus 13 featuring a 6,000 mAh battery. However, the battery life on the S25 Ultra could still impress, as internal sources suggest that the phone's battery life now matches that of the S24 Ultra. It seems that Samsung has made optimizations to ensure the device performs efficiently despite the same battery size. It's important to note that the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, though more powerful, is designed to be more energy efficient. So even with its increased performance, it could still give you great battery life, though the larger batteries found in some competitors might still give them an edge in longevity. Now, moving on to the release date and launch details for the S25 Ultra. We finally have some clarity here. The launch is expected to take place in January 2025, but there's a small twist in the timeline. According to one source from South Korea, the official launch event will be held on January 23, 2025. However, another source has claimed that the phone will launch a day earlier, on January 22, 2025 in the US. It looks like both sources are correct from their respective perspectives, meaning the device will likely be released globally around that time frame. What's interesting is that Samsung plans to host the launch event in San Francisco, where they previously held the S23 series launch event back in 2023. So if you've been waiting for this new flagship, it seems the countdown to its release is well underway. Finally, let's wrap up with some final thoughts on the S25 Ultra. While Samsung seems to be sticking with some of the same features as the previous models, like the 5,000 mAh battery and 45 W charging, there's some improvement in how the battery performs with the new Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. Even though other companies like OnePlus are moving towards bigger batteries, such as 6,000 mAh, Samsung is still focused on optimizing battery life through software, with the Snapdragon 8 Elite offering better efficiency. It's possible that the S25 Ultra will deliver even longer-lasting battery life compared to the S24 Ultra. However, there are still some concerns. The battery size and charging speeds haven't changed, which might leave some users hoping for a bigger jump. But the improvements in performance and software optimization could make up for it. It's clear that while the S25 Ultra may not revolutionize everything, there's enough here to get people excited.